Junior, Aaliyah Birot. Junior, Victoria Blackbird. Senior, UCA All-American, Carly Bowen. Senior, co-captain, Lacey Burns. Junior, Bria Chesson. Sophomore, two-time UCA All-American, Skylar Hoover. Junior, Brittany Lemon. Sophomore, Amber McKinney. Sophomore, McKenna Nugent. Junior, Lauren Stanley. Senior, UCA staff applicant, Rachel Sullivan. Senior, two-time UCA All-American, Kayla West. Sophomore, Skylar West. Senior, Cameron Williams. Sophomore, three-time UCA All-American, Haley Williams.
Rivalries in sports can produce some of the most memorable games in history. No matter how good or bad one team or the other is, the rivals almost always seem to fight it out to the end. Just last week, the nation was shocked when a struggling University of Texas was able to knock off Oklahoma in the Red River Showdown. So tonight, it will be another rivalry matchup between the visiting Crosby Cougars and the Dayton Broncos on a beautiful October evening here in Southeast Texas. Crosby coming into tonight boasting an unblemished 6-0 record, is on a roll and looking to keep that going tonight here on the road. They have playmakers on all sides of the ball and all the tangibles that you would expect from a team competing for a serious shot at a state title. They fell short last season in the state semifinal round, and you can bet that they have incredibly high expectations once they reach the postseason this year. Dayton has also looked formidable against their 21-5A foes thus far. They are off to an overall record of 5-2, 4-1 in the district, with their lone district loss coming against a strong CE King team that is hot on the trail of the visiting Crosby Cougars themselves. A win here tonight will put Dayton into serious 21-5A title contention. Hello, everybody. J.W. Smith alongside Derek Jones coming to you live tonight from Broncos Stadium out here in Dayton, Texas for this matchup between two of the upper echelon teams in 21-5A. Now, Derek, Crosby is an obvious favorite here tonight, as they should be because of their record, but Dayton has some playmakers on their side of the ball. They have home field advantage, and you can never rule out that wild card that is the rivalry game. So if you're the Broncos tonight, how do you come in here and slow down a strong attack from the Crosby offense?
Well, you're exactly right. Dayton has an opportunity to come in tonight to play a good game against Crosby, try to knock them off the top perch that they've been at. As you noticed, Hunter Hancock is one of the lead runners for their team as far as running and passing. Yep. He's already thrown for 933 yards. He's at 64% on that. And rushing, of course, you got Jalen Steiner, who's had 109 attempts, 749 yards. That's about 6.87 yards per carry. So Dayton doesn't have to take a back seat at all to Crosby. I know Crosby's ranked high in the state. They had a deep run in the playoffs last year, so there's a lot of momentum going on that Crosby side. Of course, Code Red is in full effect, but Dayton doesn't have to take a back seat to that. I expect a good game, a good competitive game, and an opportunity actually for them to maybe have an upset tonight.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was mentioning, is the fact that it's a rivalry game. You never know, and on paper, these two teams are very evenly matched. I mean, both of them are scoring roughly 40 points a game if you round it to the nearest number. So it really, these teams are – you got Crosby, who's ranked number 2 in the state in a lot of polls. You've seen them ranked in different places, but number 2 is where you've seen them. And then Dayton's kind of flying under the radar, but they're playing very good football right now. Their last 4 games, they've scored 48, 41, 48, and 41 points against 21-5A opponents. And even though they struggled against King with only scoring 24 points, since then they've really been on an incredible roll. I called that Kingwood Park game, and I mean, they won 41-35, but they really had control of that game from the beginning. And I think that they do have a chance. They just have to come out here tonight and establish themselves, because Dayton will try to set the edge with the jet sweep. And if they can do that against Crosby, who has every playmaker you can imagine on all sides of the ball, then they do have a chance.
Yeah, anytime you line up, you have a chance. I mean, on paper, it may not point in your favor, but actually these teams are comparable. So at any time you line up, I mean, that's why you play the football game. Looking forward to seeing what Dayton can do. Of course, everyone talks about Crosby, and it's deservedly so. They're a good team. But that's why you play Friday night football under the lights. It's a great night. Big crowd is going to be out here tonight. A lot of excitement in the area. Two of the top teams in the district head-to-head. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, looking at the Crosby Cougars, I mean, there's nothing on that side of the ball that you can really say is a weakness. They have Tristan Cotton completing 71% of his passes, and they've got a good tandem of running backs in McGee and Williams that have really established themselves. And then you got Netherly on the wide receiver end, and then Cotton has also connected with, I believe it's 9 or 10 different receivers this year. So they like to spread the ball around. They're not just a run first team. So they're very powerful, and they've shown that this year. I think that they have, like I said, all the tangibles that you would expect to see from a team that's going to go for a deep run in the playoffs.
You're exactly right. The success they have with the triplets, Cotton, Williams, and Netherly. I mean, if you try to take the run away, then you have your pass. You try to take the pass away, then you have the run. I mean, there's a lot of weapons that Crosby has, and deservedly so. Like I said, they went deep into the playoffs last year, and they're expecting to roll through this district. But Dayton may have something to say about that tonight. Look forward to the call.
All right. Well, with that, we're going to go ahead and let the national anthem take center stage here as the JROTC is walking out onto the field with the flags. So we're going to go silent for the national anthem, then we'll be right back for the coin toss. You're listening to Texan Live. Dayton, Crosby coming up next.
Ladies and gentlemen, during the presentation of the colors, it is important and appropriate that we as good Americans show our proper respect and deference to the American flag, the cherished symbol of our great country. Everyone should stand at attention and place your right hand over your heart at the first note of the music of the Star-Spangled Banner. If you're wearing a hat, please remove it and place it over your heart. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your cooperation. And now, played by the Bronco Band under the direction of Kevin Heckelman, our national anthem. Thank you. You may be seated.
All right, and that was the national anthem performed by the Dayton Broncos band here on the home side at Broncos Stadium out here in Dayton, Texas. J.W. Smith and Derek Jones on the call for you here tonight as the captains are about to go to midfield there and do the coin toss. Derek, what is your impression right now of a Crosby team that has really, I mean, they win, they're 6-0. I mean, they're expected probably, with the way that their schedule is panning out, they're going to be playing King at the end of the year.
Captains heading
and
to the
I mean, you can't overlook Dayton, like I said, but according to what they're planning, that game, the rest of their schedule pans out. I mean, they're in a very prime position to win this district. So what is your impression thus far of this team?
Well, I'm real impressed with Crosby. Doing research a little bit about them, kind of catching up on what they like to do. I mean, of course, the offense is definitely explosive. I mean, they've had some close games as far as score-wise. And when I say close, I mean 10 to 14 points. Can kind of be kind of close, but you're getting every team's best shot. I mean, you're the top team in the area going to the the playoffs and going deep into the playoffs with a big run, and you're bringing a lot of kids back. You know, you have the triplets that you have with Cotton Williams and Netherly. I mean, you have a big-time program and, you know, going on right now, and it's an opportunity for them to, you know, to continue to build on that. So when I look at Crosby, I mean, I'm looking at them to do what they've been doing. Right now in the district, they have the #2 defense in the district. They're only giving up about 268 yards per game. On the season, it's about 17.2 points. Like I said, some teams have been scoring, but you expect to give up a little bit, you know, a few more points, just because you're now, you know, not so much the hunter, now you're the hunted, and teams are going to give you your best shot every week. And I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing what Crosby can do. I mean, this is a big game for them, of course. Every game's a big game because you know, they had the success last year going to, you know, in the playoffs, and of course they want to replicate that again. They've come out 6-0, 4-0 in the district. I mean, they don't want to have any blemishes. They don't want anything to slow them down. And if you're Dayton, I mean, you want to come out and, I mean, knock the big guy off the block if you can. You have an opportunity to do some things. Dayton, like I said, they don't have to take a back seat. They've come out and had a good season offensively. They're running the ball really great. A lot of guys are touching the ball, and they have a lot of success as well. So this should be a, like you said, a close rivalry. You know, proximity as far as the game is going, and I mean, every guy, I'm sure guys know each other on both sides.
Oh, yeah.
So it should be a tight, contested game, and the fans should have a good opportunity to see some good football tonight.
So Dayton has won the toss. They have elected to defer, so that means that Crosby offense will see the field first. This rivalry matchup since 2004, Dayton leads the series 8-3, but have lost the last couple of years. They haven't won since 2012, and last year they actually lost to Crosby 41-35. So we'll see how tonight goes, as it looks like Taylor Hall getting set to kick it deep to the Crosby Cougars, and we are underway here in Dayton, and that one will be a short kick. It will be fielded at the 12-yard line, and it's going to be taken to the far side of the field. He's got a little bit of a seam down to the 25-yard line. Flag on the play. He gets away a little bit, and he's brought down here at the 30-yard line. But like I said, there was a flag on the play down there early in that sequence of the play.
Yeah, a lot of times when you get flags early, especially on the kickoff, you usually get a block in the back just because the guy's running. Coach tells you to block forward, not to turn around and see where your runner is at. And if the runner's making moves, sometimes he puts you in a bad position, and it appears that may be the call.
Yeah, it looks like that is exactly the call, so that's going to back it up from the spot of the foul, so you're going to go half the distance to the goal. So it looks like they're actually going to be starting right around the 7-yard line here.
Yeah, you never want to start deep in your own territory, but Crosby is an experienced team. I mean, they have enough weapons on their team, the big offensive line. They've been getting after it so far this season and even last season. So I expect them to be able to counter this.
So it will be Tristan Cotton and Sherman McGee in the backfield, 2 wide receivers to the far side, one to the near. He's got a tight end down here near the near side. He will hand the ball off. No, he will keep it himself going up the far side of the field towards the middle, and he will gain 11 yards on the play for the first down, and that's a rush for Tristan McGee there.
Nice tackle by Waylon Allen. Simple zone read, going to your right-hand side, trying to run off tackle, just trying to fill out the defense for Dayton to kind of see what they have.
So Cotton going in the hurry up here. Now they're looking at it, shifting around a little bit, same formation as last time. He will draw back to pass on the fake, rolling out to the far side, tossing it over the middle of the field. It's going to be picked off at the 25-yard line by Dayton. And that's going to be Dylan Moore making the interception at the 25, and Dayton gets a big interception on the first play, or the second play of the game.
That's an exciting play for Dayton, exactly what they wanted to have. Totally opposite for Crosby. Crosby did not want to come out and turn the ball over, and you had a young man step up and make that play. It's a big play set up. Dylan Moore, that's his 3rd interception I have for him this season. That's exactly what Dayton wanted to have to start this game off. They got the ball deep in the territory of Crosby.
He had a couple of big plays last week against Kingwood Park on both sides of the ball. You'll see him on offense, and he's actually out there in the slot position as Shaq Long comes out. He's a dual-threat quarterback. He can extend plays with his feet. No, it's going to be Hunter Hancock with the handoff. He's going to come hand it off towards the near side, and he's brought down out of bounds, and that was Jalen Steiner on the run. So Long not in at quarterback. Hunter Hancock in tonight.
He'll get it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be second.
That's a nice opening play to bounce out to your right-hand side.
So
get some good yards.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 10, looking towards the sidelines for the play. So Hancock in the backfield. He's got Steiner to his left, 4 wide receivers. It's going to be a handoff to Steiner. He's going to take it up the middle, but be wrapped up and stopped at the line of scrimmage. So they're going to be no gain on the play. 3rd and 10 for this one coming up.
Jalen Harrison, one of the linebackers, stepped up.
Hand off again to Steiner.
And that big Crosby defensive line
Again, no
really,
gain on the play. It'll be 3rd and 10.
They've been able to hold teams, like you said, their defense has played pretty well. They're only giving up, I believe you said, what, 17 points?
Yeah, 17.2 a game.
So ball on the 23-yard line. Snap, drops back to pass, looking left. He's got a man over the middle, but he floats the ball deep and incomplete, so it's going to be 4th down and 10. And off the interception by Dylan Moore, Dayton unable to really get anything going on offense, but you're in kind of a no-man's land, so I would expect them to go for it here.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Unless you have a really good-footed kicker, you're kind of in that no-man's land. Like you said, you want to just try to make sure you can go for it. And you're deep in the territory. You don't know how many times you're going to have this opportunity, so you want to try to use it.
4th and 10, Hancock in the gun. He drops back to pass, steps up into the pocket, and he's going to be wrapped up and sacked. And that is a loss of 5 yards, and he is sacked at the 30-yard line. Turnover on downs, and it will be Crosby taking over here with 10:31 to go in the first quarter.
That's too much pressure. Big Jose Menendez, number 90 from Crosby, coming in, getting nice penetration. There was a nice swat and swim move to come straight up the middle of the field, and Cotton didn't have an opportunity to step up in that.
So second chance for Tristan Cotton now. Here we go. 1st and 10, 29-yard line. 4 wide receivers set. He waits in the gun. The snap. He's going to hand the ball off, and it will be to McGee, who will take it up the middle off the left guard, but he'll be wrapped up at the line of scrimmage for a gain of only 1 yard. So it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Yeah, talk about a host of Bronco defenders on that play.
So 2nd down and 9. Ball's on the 30-yard line. Clock at 10 minutes, 11 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Score still 0-0. Cotton threw an interception on the second play of the game as McGee goes in motion. He gets on the right side of Cotton. Cotton wait for the snap. Here it is. He's going to roll out to his right. Now there's going to be a flag on the play. It looks like it's a false start. Well, maybe not. Yeah, they're going to call it.
False start.
So that'll back them up a little bit.
Cougars.
And I think usually when you start games off, especially big games like this, you have nerves early.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, kids are 16 to 18. I mean, you definitely have nerves. I mean, even the NFL guys, you're going to have nerves when you want to do well. When I played, of course, you want to do well. And so this is understandable, but you just want to kind of limit those. You don't want to have that, interrupt the flow of your game.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 15. Well, 2nd and 14 here for the Cougars. Waiting for the snap. High snap to Cotton. He fakes the handoff. Now he's going to roll. Take the ball himself towards the near side of the field and trying to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but he only gains 2 yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 12. Crosby off to a slow start here offensively.
Yeah, tripped up by Sal Pineda. Nice play from the safety position. It appears right now that Dayton's putting an extra guy in the box to come up and try to stop that run. I mean, you got to take away something. You take away the run with Williams or you take away the pass with Nedley. You have to pick one of the poisons and hope that you pick the right one.
Crosby's secondary playing pretty well the past couple of games. As Cotton will drop back, rolling out to the far side. He tosses it deep down the right side of the field, and that's going to be almost picked off, but it's caught on the far side of the field, and it looks like that might have been hard to see it from this angle. Is that Netherly making the catch, or is it Jordan Hill? That is number 15, Jordan Hill, making the catch. 9 receptions on the season, now 10, 146 yards coming into tonight. Now they've got a 1st down on the 47-yard line, or the 44-yard line. That ball will be handed off up the middle with McGee, and he will break free a little bit, gaining some extra yards. And it looks like a gain of 12. 1st down again for Crosby. Now they're on a roll.
I like the approach with the hurry-up offense. It's simply what you want to do. When you have a good defense on the other side, you want to try to speed up the tempo. Don't let them get set and kind of attack.
Cotton on the hurry-up, dropping back. No, he will hand the ball off to McGee, who will take it up the middle and be wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage. He gains about 6 inches on the play. But it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Led by number 6, Micah Ellis.
And Wayne Allen was another guy on the tackle on that play, once again from the safety position.
No gain on the play, 2nd down and 10.
So they'll go from the gun. 4 wide receivers set. McGee off to the left of Cotton. Cotton will wait for the snap. Here it comes, and it's going to be a handoff to McGee. Looking for some room to run, but nowhere to go as the defensive end gets him on that one, and he's tripped up at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
I'm going to say his name again, Waylon Allen. Basically from the safety, what they're doing is say, we're going to take the run away from you guys. We're bringing up our safety a little bit closer, putting about 8 men in the box, and the only way to get them off of that is to have your 4 receivers set, try to spread some of those guys out.
So 3rd and 10 for the Cougars. Ball on the 32-yard line. Waiting for the snap. Here it comes. He's going to drop back to pass. Stepping up, looking deep over the middle, and he's got a man, and that's going to be caught at the 20-yard line for a 1st down. Waiting for the number here. That's going to be number 17, Shane Hudson. coming into tonight.
Yeah, that's a nice play. Basically, go to the numbers, go to your first down marker, and turn around. It's just a simple stop route, about a 10-yard stop, and turn around and catch it.
So here we go. McGee in the gun. He's going to keep it himself, going towards the left side of the field. Now he's going to roll out a little bit, trying to set the edge, but nothing doing. And he's brought down for a loss of 5 yards. That'll register as a sack.
Yeah, Sal Perneda, once again, he's already had a big game tonight.
So Crosby's defense trying to bend but not break here. 7:39 to go, clock still running. Still scoreless here down in Dayton, Texas. 2nd and 15 for the Cougars. Cotton, 3 wide receivers, strips out to the far side, 1 to the near. Ball in the left hash. He's going to hand the ball off, and that's going to go to Greg Williams, who will take it up the far side of the field, but he'll be wrapped up for a gain of only 2 yards as the pursuit was there.
Greg Williams on the carry.
That's really good pursuit out there from Dayton. Cornerback held his position out to the outside. Linebackers flowed as soon as he got the ball. They were expecting him to get the ball to that right-hand side. Nice defensive possession right there for Dayton.
So now it's going to be 3rd down. As a flag came in on that play.
Holding called against Crosby.
So that's going to back them up. That is another mistake here for Crosby on this drive, but thus far those mistakes haven't bitten them too hard. Crosby's one of those teams that likes to spread the ball around. That's actually Craig Williams' first touch of the game, and he's averaging 15 yards a carry.
Yeah.
Which at this late into the season, that's a number that's really eye-popping. Is
2nd down.
Cotton's in the gun, ball sitting on the 35-yard line, dropping back, 2nd down and long. He rolls out to the far side, tossing it deep. It's going to be almost intercepted, and it's tossed over his head, but incomplete. And now there's a flag again on this play.
On the field of play.
And he was targeting his big wide receiver, Jordan Hill.
There may be another holding penalty.
An
eligible
man downfield on that one.
You get that sometimes. I mean, he tried to roll out to the right-hand side. Sometimes your linemen, like say, they're taught not to turn around and look. I mean, most players from the coaches are taught not to turn around and find out where the runner is at. And sometimes you can find yourself a little bit further down the field than you want to be.
So another penalty now. It's going to be 3rd and very long.
Down and 24.
So you heard that. 3rd and 24 here for the Crosby Cougars. Just backing themselves up. The first down marker is actually the 10-yard line. So if they get a first down, it'll be 1st and goal. 3rd and 24. Here comes the snap. And it's going to be a handoff to, looks like that's going to be Williams taking it up the middle, but he's going to be wrapped up at the 30-yard line. It's going to be 4th down and 20.
Williams on the carry.
Nice tackle once again by Waylon Allen. I've called that young man's name a lot tonight so far, just getting started. It's another nice tackle to come up from your safety position, and Williams in open space. I mean, that's not an easy tackle, so that's good fundamentals to wrap him up and bring him down.
Big game here tonight. 4th down, very long, but you're just like Crosby or Dayton was on the other side of the field. You're in the no man's land, so you have to go for it unless you have a very good kicker. And in high school, that's a hard thing to do. Dropping back to pass now. He's got a man deep over the middle, and it's going to be tipped by, looks like that might have been Dylan Moore again. No, that was number 6 for Dayton.
Yeah, Micah Ellis, nice hands on that play.
Almost intercepted by Micah Ellis, and now it's going to be a turnover on downs as that one falls incomplete. 1st down and 30. Actually, a very good play by Evans because had he caught it, you're going to actually have ball in worse field position, so it works out better for the Broncos.
Yeah, exactly right. I like what Dayton's doing right now. That was actually a zone coverage. It's kind of disguised where you had your linebacker actually drop back into coverage. So they're zoning everyone up just because of the high proficiency that Crosby has. That's a nice defensive scheme.
So here comes Hunter Hancock. They got 2 wide receivers far and near. Very similar formation as the Cougars as that ball is going to be handed off to Steiner, who's going to take it up the middle for a gain of 5 yards before he's brought down.
He'll get 5.
So that's positive yardage. 6:11 to go here in the first quarter.
Joseph Pinckney on the tackle.
To the 35-yard line to be 2nd down and 5.
Both teams just filling themselves out early, filling each other out.
Yeah, I don't expect the score to stay 0-0 very long as that ball is going to be a keeper for Hancock taking it on the far side. He's got a little bit of room to run. He's got the first down, and he dives forward for a couple of extra yards as Hancock gets the first down, and the referee took a little bit of a hit down there by the first down marker. And they're going to call a timeout for him.
There is an official timeout.
Yeah, it's a hazardous hazardous job to be the official on the sideline.
So it looks like he's just a little bit shaken up over there. He's catching his breath, it looks like. So that play for Hancock really opened it up a little bit. Like I said, they're going to try to set the edge a little bit with the Broncos, they're going to try to get around because they have some speed that if they can get it on the edges and the outside, they're going to be gone. And that's what they've been doing all year, and it's worked for them.
Yeah, that's a nice scramble out to the left-hand side. Hancock coming into game carried 27 times for 156 yards thus far. He's put a touchdown on the board. It's about a 5.78 yard per average. So, that's a good weapon to have. And then, of course, Shaq Long, I haven't seen him in the backfield yet, but he's another weapon that they've used at that quarterback position. And what that does, it just keeps the defense off balance just enough so they just can't focus on one person. And if they do, let's run, you can get somebody over the top. So that's a good scheme for Dayton to come out with.
Both of these teams running a very similar offense. Like they'll run, and then they'll try to throw it deep once the safeties start creeping up on it.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of the zone read. A lot of schools now run the zone read. You have your receivers spread out. You want to try to get everybody in space as you can.
1st and 10, ball on the 42. Hancock will hand off to Steiner, who tries to find a hole in the middle, but he can't find one. Now he's going to come towards the near side, trying to find the edge, and he's getting brought down out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. The pursuit was there, nothing doing for Steiner.
Yeah, Joseph Pickney on the pursuit, one of the defenders. It's going to be very hard to hit that edge right now. It looks like Crosby's looking for that, and they have the athletes. One thing you can negate that speed with is having athletes in the outfield back there. And what they're doing, as soon as they see run, they're flowing. They're like they're on fire running to the sidelines.
2nd down, 10, ball on the 42-yard lines. Hancock drops back, tosses it over towards the middle of the field, and I believe that's Dylan Moore making the catch for a 5-yard gain. He's trying to get away from it, but he gets brought down as he's tackled by 2 defenders. 3rd down and 5.
That's a nice stop route, nice little stop and go. Hitch route, basically. Get you 5 yards, try to set up a short distance for your next play.
So 3rd down and 5, Hancock in the gun. 2 wide receivers far near, ball in the far hash. Ball sitting at the 47-yard line. So almost to midfield for the Broncos. Broncos in their purple jerseys, white pants with a purple stripe, white numbers, white helmets. Dropping back to pass, looking right. Now he's got the screen pass, but he was going for Steiner, who just wasn't there, moving up the field, expecting the pass to be a little bit more even with the quarterback.
Yeah, they run when they tailback out of the backfield, so backfield flare. Yeah, as a quarterback, you want your running back to actually start running a little bit closer to the line. And actually the quarterback tried to lead him a little bit, and he was just a little bit too far behind.
Fourth down,
they'll work that out.
And 5 to go.
4th down, so it looks like they're going to punt this one away.
It's good defense from Crosby to come out and answer what they've seen so far.
So defensive struggle here in the first quarter. 5:02 on the clock, still no score. Dayton getting set to punt, and that one is a low snap, but he's going to get it away. High punt towards the 30-yard line. Fair catch called for, and that is caught by number 17 for Crosby.
Yeah, Shane Hudson.
Shane Hudson. So Hudson calls the fair catch, and he takes it 29-yard line. So Crosby going to take over. Both teams struggling to get really going offensively. Crosby had a good drive last time, but were unable to get anything into the end zone. His penalties really hampered that drive. So hopefully for Crosby, they can get that one together and kind of talked it over on the sidelines, and now they're going to come out here. Ball in the 29. And the snap, dropping back from the gun, stepping up, looking right. Now he's going to scramble around. Got some room to run. He's got it to the 30-yard line, and he's brought down at the 34. So it's a good gain for Cotton for a gain of 4.5, maybe 5 yards.
That's a nice scramble. Basically stepped back, didn't find anybody to throw the ball to, stepped up in and ran and got some really good yards.
From the gun, he will hand the ball to, looks like that's going to be Edwards, taking it up towards the right side of the field, gaining looks like about 7 to maybe 8 yards for a first down. So ball goes to the 41-yard line. Trey Edwards on the carry.
That's a nice first down for Crosby, trying to move the ball, trying to get into a rhythm. Once you said the penalties kind of makes it a herky-jerky game, so they're trying to get into some type of rhythm.
The snap drops back to pass, rolling out towards the far side of the field, looking downfield, nowhere to go with it. He's going to try to take the ball himself. He gains a couple of yards as he just dives a little bit to get something out of that play.
That was a great play by Micah Ellis to string that out. He actually had a lineman that was in front of him, but he fought that off and made the tackle.
About a yard.
So 2nd and 9, 4:06 on the clock here in the first quarter. Cotton in the gun, waiting for the snap. 2 wide receivers bunched up on the far side, 2 to the near. Drops back to pass, looking towards the left side of the field. He throws it over the middle, and he's got a man, and he makes the catch for a gain of 2 yards, maybe back to the original line of scrimmage. That was Netherly making the catch, and that's their big wide receiver. That's his first touch tonight.
Big Sal Pineda with another tackle. I like what Dayton's coming out with. They're coming out with only 3 guys rushing. They have everybody else in the back. I mean, it's almost like I won't say it's a dime coverage, but basically it's a loose coverage. They're expecting the pass. I mean, they've had some success from Crosby, all season long, so they're covering that really well.
So that was actually a loss of a couple of yards. So 3rd and 11 here, dropping back to pass, looking towards the right side of the field. He's got his man, and it's going to be caught by Hill right near the line or the first down marker, and looks like they're going to give it to him, or it's going to be close.
Yeah, it's going to be really close. Looks like a good spot, though. Very
good spot there. It looked like, from our angle up here, he looked like he might have caught a little bit behind the line, but when you're down there on the field, and you're going to see it a little bit better possibly. So they're going to give him the first down. It's 1st down and 10 for the Cougars, right at the 49-yard line inside
49-yard line in
Broncos territory.
It's a nice drive so far for Crosby on this play.
So that ball is snapped, and it's going to be a handoff, but they're going to call.
Play is stopped.
I don't see a flag on the field. Did they just not mark it ready for play? Because the chains might not have been set yet.
He's still talking with the chains.
Mm-hmm. So now the chains are set. It's 1st down and 10. Ball on the 49-yard line. Caught in the backfield, waiting for the snap. Here it comes. And the ball's going to go again to Hudson, who's going to take it up the left side of the field, getting some running room. He takes it all the way down to the 42-yard line before he's brought down. So good gain there for Hudson.
Yeah, Micah Ellis on the tackle once again. That's a nice gain. Crosby's got something working right now with his hurry-up offense.
Trying to keep them off balance.
2nd down and 3.
Waiting for the snap. 2nd and 3, taking it up the middle again for Cotton. He's going to keep it himself, getting back to the line of scrimmage. Might have actually lost a yard. Well, now they're going to mark it right at the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be 3rd and 3.
Mike Ellis once again from that linebacker position. Once again with that 3-man line. I mean, you have your linebackers basically, in open zone area. As soon as they see run, they're firing straight to the ball carrier.
So 3rd down and 3. Ball on the 40. Call it the 42-yard line. Waiting for the snap is Cotton. Looks right. Now he's going to step up, and he's going to take it himself. He gets the 1st down and then some, maybe a couple more past that, as it was a draw play, and then he took it himself.
Yeah, design run on that play. Waylon Allen, another tackle for the Broncos. I mean, their safeties and their linebackers are making a lot of these tackles. That's never really a good thing. I mean, of course, you want your linebackers to make tackles, but when you call them the safety guys, as much as we've called them so far, it's only a matter of time.
From the gun again. Faking. No, he's going to actually hand it off this time to Hudson, who's going to take it towards the left side of the field, all the way down to the 27-yard line, and that's going to be close to a 1st down at the 28.
Sal Pineda once again on the tackle.
Short. Ball placed at the.
So that's a nice run.
Yeah, it was a good run. I thought he was going to run on the play action there, but he actually handed the ball off, faked me out a little bit, as Edwards took it towards the left side. Now the snap. And that's going to be handed off up the middle. And right back to the original line of scrimmage. Or the line of scrimmage. So it's actually a loss of a yard. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 2 for the Cougars.
Yeah, we'll give that to Noah Vasquez on that tackle.
Back to the 30-yard line. It'll bring up
so Edwards continuing to stand in the backfield next to Cotton.
1:07 left to go, 1st quarter.
Waiting for the snap. Trips to the far side. He hands the ball off to Edwards, who will take it up the middle after looking like he was going to go to the far side. He gets the 1st down to the 24-yard line. 1st down, Cougars. Correction, 25.
It's a nice cut from Evans, and then Waylon Allen again on the tackle, number 32.
Crosby with 55 seconds left to go.
So clock continuing to run under 1 minute here in the 1st quarter. Wide receivers far and near, waiting for the snap is caught, and he will drop back, steps up, tosses it towards the end zone, and it's deep. It is almost picked off as that one was deflected. It looked like they were going towards Hill on the far side. And great defense there for the Broncos, keeping them out of the end zone.
That's great defense on that play to knock that ball away.
Taylor Perry, the intended
it was close.
receiver. Rakai Griffiths on the breakup. 2nd down and 10, 42 seconds left to go, 1st quarter.
So 2nd and 10, that's going to be a keeper towards the near side. He's got down to the 20 to the 17-yard line as he found some room to run. Cotton gets about 7 yards on that play. 33 seconds on the play clock, or on the game clock for the 1st quarter. Still no score here.
Kevin Rideau on
It'll
the
be
tackle.
third
Once again, it's
down
one of the
and
defensive backs making the
3.
tackle.
3rd and 3 facing the Cougars. They're at the Bronco 18-yard line.
Crosby now inside the red zone. Waiting for the snap is Cotton. Looking left, dropping back. Now he's under some pressure. He's wrapped up in the backfield and sacked as he loses some yards on the play. Great defensive penetration for the Broncos, and it's going to be 4th and 10.
That's a great play from Dayton. Noah Vasquez, once again, big nose tackle. It's hard to block right now. Crosby's having all they need to have with him.
Back at the 27-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down and about 12.
So with that, that's going to end the
And
first
we have
quarter.
a
Your
timeout.
score still
Timeout on the field.
nothing here
No
at
score.
Broncos Stadium here
And
in
we go to
Dayton.
the
We're going to
third
take a
quarter.
quick break and be right back. Don't go anywhere, folks. You're listening to TexanLive.com.
Register online at CESperformance.com for your sports performance program. CESperformance.com has multi-month memberships and team training. CESperformance.com has baseline performance testing included with every athletic development program. Schedule your athletic evaluation at CESperformance.com. There's no cost or commitment. Be prolific at CESperformance.com.
Up banking Monday through Thursday from 7 a.m. to
Back
6
here
p.m.
live
on
at
Saturday
Broncos
from 9
Stadium.
a.m.
Your
till
score
noon.
here
Lobby
from
hours
Dayton,
Monday through Thursday,
0-0
9
Broncos and
Friday
Cougars
from 9 a.m. to
deadlocked in a
6 p.m.
defensive struggle, but
FLNZ
Crosby
and
starting to
Full
threaten.
Service
They
Bank
were in
offers
the red
deposits,
zone. Now
loans,
they're
and other
outside of it
financial
after the
tools.
sack.
And First Liberty National Bank do for you.
Yeah, I think the defense that
Member
Dayton has come out with has kind of caught Crosby off guard a little bit. I mean, there's not a lot of guys coming straight up the field, just the 3 guys that are down line. They have everybody dropped into coverage, so it's making it hard to open the game up with the passing game, and the running game is making it a little bit difficult as well. So it's a nice defensive scheme from Dayton to come out with what they're running.
So in the gun, 4th down and 11, dropping back, tossing deep down the left side of the field. There's a lot of contact, and that is broken up.
Pass is incomplete.
Incomplete, and it's a turnover on downs. Very good defense, and that was Netherly targeted on that play, trying to go to their big wide receiver.
Micah Ellis
Nothing
on the defensive coverage on that. That's a nice play. They could have easily called a pass interference. I saw the guys, kind of hand fighting as they're going down, but it's good from the refs to let them play a little bit. And nice defense, nice play for Dayton. Dayton gets the ball back. And, it's a good game so far. It's a defensive struggle. Guys are filling out each other, but it's a good game so far.
And this isn't what you really expect from two teams that are averaging 40 points a game. I mean, 0-0 through one quarter, but I don't expect it to stay like that. Somebody's going to break through.
Yeah.
So here comes the snap. It's going to be a jet sweep. No, it's going to be a fake off the middle, and up the middle is Hancock, who's going to gain 7 yards before he's brought down.
Hancock fakes a handoff.
Yeah, that was a nice play. A little jet sweep from the right to the left-hand side. Try to get your defenders to run with your motion man. Have your quarterbacks take it right up the middle on a design run. It's very nice.
So Hancock standing in the backfield. He's got Steiner next to him. He's going to roll out to his left. Now he's going to keep it. He's got a hole to run through, and he gains the first down and then some down to the
Hancock,
it's like the 47-yard line, and it's a 1st and 10 for the Broncos, moving right to left.
I'm impressed with Hancock so far. He's running the ball hard. A lot of these are quarterback design plays. I mean, he came into the game running, like I said, 27 times for 156. He's going to add to that. He's averaging about 5 yards a carry, almost 6 yards a carry, and I can see why.
That offensive line for Dayton really opening up some running lanes for Hancock and Steiner so far tonight. 1st and 10, drop it. No, he's going to hand the ball off to Steiner, who takes it up the middle. He gets past the first line of defense. Now he's got the first down all the way down to the 37-yard line, and now he's going to be wrapped up and stopped. But first down there for Steiner. Very good run. He's very good in the open field, and he showed that with that play.
That was a very nice run, but what I'm seeing now, I'm seeing all the linemen. Every lineman was down there to help him up and to try to push for him. That kind of teamwork right there, like we said before the game started, on paper it didn't look like it was even matched. But when you got guys that are playing like that together, anything can happen.
Jet sweep, that's going to be a handoff towards the near side, and that's going to be a gain of maybe 12 yards, so another first down here.
And
that was Kevin Redu.
He'll take it inside
coming from north to south.
We'll call it officially the 26.
Far to near.
Where to be a new set
so
of
good
downs.
run there for Redu.
Broncos.
On that jet sweep. We didn't see that much in the first quarter. Here comes the snap, and it's going to be a fake handoff, and it's going to be tossed towards the slot receiver, but incomplete as it was a low throw. Redo again on the target.
Yeah, just a little bit too low. I like the body language from Dayton though. They're coming out aggressive. I mean, they have a game plan that they want to run. They're trying to speed up the tempo the same way Crosby's trying to speed up the tempo. The same thing works for them as well. Try to speed them up, try to get them out of position. Don't let the guys get set and attack, attack, attack. That's how the game plan is set up so far.
Hancock drops back to pass, looks right. He's got Rito over the middle, and it's going to be caught, but immediately brought down. So
complete.
3rd down and 6 coming up for the Broncos. They're almost to the 20-yard line. Ball's going to be
about 3
on the 23-yard line.
Play.
Landon Brown on the tackle.
It'll be 3rd down and 7.
This is a big 3rd down for Dayton. They want to definitely try to get some points out of this.
This is where both teams have struggled, is getting closer to the end zone. Not quite in the red zone yet. Here comes Dylan Moore moving in motion, dropping back to passes. Hancock tossing it over the middle, and it's tipped and incomplete.
Incomplete.
As they were targeting Laquarius McWhorter.
It'll bring up 4th down.
So 4th down and 7 for the Dayton Broncos here. They're 5-2 thus far this season. Would like to get a win here in the upset against Crosby, and they're trying. You can tell they're not really too much afraid of them. It's just this. Both teams are really struggling to establish themselves offensively.
Yeah, no, Dayton doesn't have to take a back seat to Crosby at all. They're coming out aggressive.
So here we go, 4th down, dropping back over the middle. He's got his man. It's a 1st down and caught.
Pass is thrown complete.
And that is going to be on the catch. I'm having trouble seeing the notes. Rito again. So
Kevin
that's his
Rito
second big play thus far this drive. First down. Ball is on the 13-yard line. Very good opportunity for the Broncos to get on the board.
The 13-yard line.
Now here comes Hancock keeping it. He's going to go towards the far side of the field, trying to outrun, set the edge. He gets through, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Dayton Broncos. They strike first here with 9:40 to go in the first quarter, or the second quarter.
Nice quarterback keeper to the right-hand side. Nice run, had your big lineman out there blocking for you, and quarterback takes it into the end zone. They set it up with that drag route, the play previous to that. They actually ran back-to-back ones. The first one they didn't catch because it was tipped. The second one they caught, Rito caught it for a 1st down, and then nice setup for the quarterback to take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Dayton.
So Dayton strikes first, 9:40 to go here in the second quarter. And like you said, with that play, Hancock really got it. I thought he was going to get caught up, but he's turned on some afterburners and really got it around there. And it's now 7-0. So 7-0 Broncos, 9:40 to go here in the first half. That touchdown is brought to you by All Spas Ace Hardware. We are Ace Hardware and so much more. We'll be right back. You're listening to TexanLive.com.
All Spas is so much more than Ace Hardware. Sure, we have nuts and bolts, lawn and garden, faucets and fixtures, lights and locks, even outdoor cooking. But All Spas is also a boutique featuring the finest names in jewelry and home accessories. But most importantly, All Spas is a friendly, helpful family of people who take pride in their products and services. All Spas is Ace Hardware, and so much more.
Located at 810 South Highway
7-0 the score, 9:40 to go here in the first half. Dayton has taken the lead over the Crosby Cougars. Dayton striking first after a defensive battle in the first quarter. And Derek, that drive from Dayton really, do you think it puts too much pressure on Crosby after they struggled, or do you think that they're not going to panic yet?
I don't think they're going to panic. I mean, they're really a good team. Like I said, they went deep in the playoffs last year. So, I mean, they've been here before. But, this series here is very important for Crosby to come out. Dayton's doing exactly what they want to do. So, I know those young men are excited. And just like we talked about for the game started, on paper, it looks like a mismatch at times. But, you have to play the game. Dayton feels like they belong here. They've jumped out to a 7-0 lead. So, now they have to come back out on defense and get a good stand.
Short kick fielded at the 30-yard line. Now the man with the return man's going to take it, and he's going to try to go towards the far side of the field, but he's brought down at the 26. Nothing doing, so it'll be first down and 10 for Crosby. Here comes Tristan Cotton, and that offense going to try to respond here in the second quarter.
Yeah, that's a great kick. What you want to do is kind of pooch the kick a little bit. You don't want the ball into the playmaker's hands, which are usually the two deep guys. For any time you run the kickoff return, two deep guys are usually the guys that the other team wants to have, with the ball. So you pooch it, get it to someone else who's not used to running the ball, and have your coverage come down. Nice job from Dayton.
New formation here for the Cougars. They have 3 backs in the backfield in the shotgun formation. As that ball is going to be a pitch to his running back, but I didn't see who it was. Either way, it was a botched play, loss of yardage there. So Cotton.
They actually try to get the ball to Hermele on that. I mean, he hasn't had an opportunity to get the ball, through the air. So you want to get your playmaker to touch the ball a little bit earlier. Got him in the backfield now.
So here we go in the gun. Netherly again with the pitch. Same play, opposite side. He's going to go towards the 30-yard line. He gets the first down. Now he's going to be brought down, forced out of bounds for a gain of, it looks like he's going to be close to the first down marker.
Yeah, as a coach, you always want to get your, your stud guys. You want to get them the ball, let them feel the ball a little bit early, make them feel like they're a part of the game. And if you can't get it to them on the pass, which they've had a little problem with that early, you put them in the backfield, tossing the ball up a couple times, let him get in space, let him feel good about it. And I wouldn't be surprised if they try to throw to him pretty soon.
2 wide receivers far and near. That ball will be handed off up the middle, and that's going to be Hudson taking the ball up the middle again, and he gets brought down right around the 44-yard line for a first down. Crosby.
Justin Edwards on the carry. He'll earn a first down.
Going back to Netherly, he has a passing touchdown, a rushing touchdown, and a receiving touchdown thus far this year. I mean, usually you don't see that unless you're a quarterback, but honestly, he's a natural quarterback playing wide receiver. As that ball is going to be a keeper from Cotton, taking it up the middle, looking for some room to run. He dives forward for a gain of 6 yards, so he dives towards the midfield, and that's where it'll be. It'll be right at the center of the field. So second down and 4.
Nice quarterback keeper from Cotton, trying to get some nice yardage, but that's good contained setup from Dayton. Dayton's playing some good defense early.
Second down and 4. Here comes the snap. He's going to hand the ball off, and that will be Edwards again, who will take it up the middle, find some extra room to run for a first down. Ball inside Broncos territory now. Ball is going to be placed at the 44-yard line.
Exactly what Crosby needs. They need to move the chains, get a couple first downs so they can feel good about themselves, kind of similar to what Dayton's been doing right now.
2 wide receivers far and near. Cotton waits for the snap. Now he's going to hand the ball off to Williams, taking it on the far side. And that's a gain of 5. He's getting wrapped up and falls out of bounds. Another 5-yard gain, so they're just pounding it out on the ground here, trying to get something going.
Yeah, simple zone read to the left-hand side. Get the ball to Williams, one of your big players for your team, and try to see what he can do. It's a nice run. Sets up a short yardage play.
Second and 5. Trips out to the near side. Dropping back is Cotton. Stepping up now. He tosses it deep down the right side of the field, and it's going to be caught at the 20-yard line, down to the 5, and touchdown. And that was Jordan Hill on the catch. Big touchdown. Now we are all going to be knotted up, pending the extra point. Here with 7:46 to go. Oh, correction. That was Netherly on the catch. So they go to that big wide receiver again.
Yeah, you're right. You're exactly right. I was expecting him to do that. Once I said they had him in the backfield a couple of times, I was waiting for them to throw deep because now he's gotten the ball in his hands. He's got a little touch. He feels a little bit, a little bit better about what's going on. Try to get him deep.
7:46 to go. That ball is up and through the uprights. 7-7 the score now. Oh, wait, no good. So that was no good. So Broncos still leading 7-6 here with 7:46 to go. That could be a big mistake.
That could be a big play.
We're going to take a quick break. That one was brought to you by All Spots, Ace Hardware. We are Ace Hardware and so much more. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
The body is incredibly powerful. It's nimble and fluid. But sometimes we push it too far. That's when you need the strength of Memorial Hermann and our body of affiliated orthopedic specialists. With our Ironman Sports Medicine Institute, they not only get your body back to where it was, they get it to go further. It's what makes us more than just hospitals. We are a body of experts. Memorial Hermann, advancing health.
8745 or visit their
7:46 to go here in the first half between the Broncos and Cougars. 7-6 the score after the missed extra point. No extra point is automatic.
No, I mean, and he's nervous just like everyone else. I mean, that was his first opportunity to actually go out there and kick. I mean, of course, they've gone for it a couple times, so he had to get his nerves out as well. But that's a bad time to to kind of go through those nerves because every point is crucial when you're having a tough matchup, like the one you have tonight.
So here we go. The ball is going to be kicked off, and it's going to be fielded at the 18-yard line, and he's got a seam up the middle, and he's going to be brought down by the kicker, and another man at the 47-yard line, Dylan Moore with the return, and that's a name you will hear a lot tonight if Dayton starts getting it going on offense because he's one of their go-to guys.
Yeah, Joseph Pinckney with a touchdown-saving tackle. That's an outstanding run. For Moore. He set up his blockers, he saw the hole, he hit it, and he was off to the races for a while.
They're at their own 48-yard line with 7:39 left to go in the first half of play.
So ball on the 48. In the gun is Hancock. He's got 2 wide receivers far and near. That ball is going to be handed off to Steiner. He's going to try to find some room to run up the middle. And he's going to gain 4 yards on the play inside. Now they are inside Cougars territory with 7 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the first half.
Jaden Harrison, one of the linebackers on the tackle. It's a nice first down play to get started.
2nd down and 7 for the Broncos.
Ball on the 49-yard line. Waiting for the snap is Hancock, and he will take the ball and hand it off to Redu, who's going to take it towards the near side of the field and gain some yards. He's pushed out of bounds at the 40, and there's going to be a flag on the play. Maybe a hold, but it was off towards the near side, so it really could be anything.
But there is a flag on the field of play.
Yeah, I think you're right on the holding.
So big gain there, going to be negated. They're going to back them up.
I mean, it was set up well. I mean, you had the jet sweep coming to your left-hand side. Looked like everybody, had a hand on everybody. And sometimes, like I said, you're not looking where the running back is, and sometimes you kind of pull the guy, one way or another. But, they always say you can call holding on any play, so it's definitely subject.
That is very true. It usually has to be incredibly blatant for them to throw the flag. But you definitely could call it on every play. So 2nd down and 14 now. Ball sitting on the 44-yard line, back inside their own territory. Drops back, looking around. Now he's got under pressure, being flushed out of the pocket, going towards the far side of the field. He's got a little bit of room to run. He gets back to the original line of scrimmage and gains another yard. So it's going to be 3rd down and 9 for the Broncos. Good awareness for Hancock to get out of there before he was wrapped up by a very big defensive line coming after him.
Yeah, Crosby's getting some good pressure on that play, and it's actually good coverage in the secondary. He didn't have anybody to throw the ball to. But Hancock's very heady, took it out to the right-hand side, at least made a positive play on it.
Hancock drops back to pass on 3rd down, stepping up in the pocket. He's wrapped up and sacked as he was stepping up, and that is a big sack. It's going to be 4th down, and Dayton will be forced to punt. And that was
big sack from Nathan White, defensive end.
For the Cougars.
So Nathan White coming in and getting the sack on the big 3rd down play, and here comes the punting unit for the Broncos.
13.
And if you're Crosby, exactly what you wanted. Your team just went down to score. You just threw the ball to Netherly, one of your big-time players, scored a touchdown, and you get the ball right back.
So 6:02 on the clock. It's running.
6 minutes left to go in the first half of play.
Decent turnout for both sides here tonight. Beautiful night for football, right around 80 degrees. Probably feels a little bit cooler than that.
Called Broncos.
As the Broncos are going to call a timeout, we're going to go ahead and take a timeout. This timeout is brought to you by Tin Roof Barbecue. Visit tinroofbbqandsteaks.com for more information. We'll be right back. Score here at Broncos Stadium. Broncos 7, Cougar 6. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
At Cavender's, we don't just wear the West, we live it.
I live for a good run.
I live for the crowd.
My scar.
7 flat in the short round.
My face.
Working with my partner.
8 seconds, nothing less.
Rooting for the bull.
Cavender's. Don't just wear it, live it.
Back here live from Broncos Stadium. J.W. Smith alongside Derek Jones here live for this matchup between Crosby and Dayton. Crosby ranked number 2 in the state, struggling thus far to get anything going offensively against their rival, the Dayton Broncos. Dayton getting set to punt it away with 5:47 on the clock. Here comes the snap. Good snap. Now it's going to be punted away high. Spiraling kick, and that's going to be fielded at the 33-yard line. And fair caught. So,
and will be marked at the 34-yard
tune into Fox Sports
line.
Southwest tonight after our game from 11 to midnight for the Houston High School Football Wrap-Up Show presented by Texan Drive. Join Howard Chin, Ted Johnson, Courtney Rowland, and Courtney Madden as they take you around the city with all of the week's football action. The Houston High School Football Wrap-Up Show presented by Texan Drive tonight from 11 to midnight on Fox Sports Southwest.
Come by our call.
Here comes that offense for the Crosby Cougars.
We live where you live, and we support Dayton Athletics.
That ball is going to be handed off to Hudson on the far, taking on the far side, but nothing doing. And here comes
He's brought down
a 2nd down and 10 now.
Scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10.
Well, another tackle from Waylon Allen. That young man called his name a lot If I'm calling your name a lot, that means you're doing really well.
That's very true.
With the stop
Either that
for
or
the
you're
Broncos.
not doing very well
Or
at
you're not
all,
doing
right?
very well.
So here comes the snap, caught in the gun. He's going to hand the ball off to, looks like it's going to be Hudson again, trying to get around the edge on the near side, but nothing doing. Actually, he's going to gain some yards there as he falls forward. Gaining 5. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 5 for the Cougar offense.
Joshua Ingram on the tackle, number
Joshua
33.
Ingram on the stop. Gain is to the 40. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
So 3rd and 4 here for the Cougars, trying to find some more offense here early or late in the first half. Dropping back to passes, Cotton looking over the middle. It's going to be intercepted at the 45-yard line. He's got a lot of room to run down to the 30, to the 25, and another interception. That's Cotton's 2nd interception on the season. He only had 4 coming into tonight, and the Broncos are going to have the ball in very favorable field position with 4:35 to go in the half.
Big-time play from Dayton, and I'm going to let you guess who made that interception. You guessed it right. Waylon Allen, once again, called that young man name again. We're talking about him a lot. He had good coverage on the play. He's reading the quarterback's eyes. Quarterback didn't even see him. Once the ball was released, he's right there. He caught the pass and made some good yardage afterwards on a nice run, setting up the Dayton offense in some really good field position. They need to get a score here.
A score here would really put the pressure on the Crosby offense. Here comes Hancock in the gun, looking left. Now he's going to tuck the ball and try to run it himself. He gets brought down right at the line of scrimmage and no gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd down, actually loss of a yard. So 2nd 11, 4:25 to go here in the first half.
Joseph Pinckney from the safety position is coming up a little bit closer now. It seems like Dayton's running the ball a lot. They have the quarterback running a lot. And so now you should starting to see 8 or 9 men coming up a little bit closer to the box, or at least get closer to that box so they can kind of slow that running game down.
Hancock in the gun. He's got 2 wide receivers far and near once again. He's going to tuck it himself. No, he's going to toss it on the screen play, and that's going to be McWhorter who's going to take it off the left side of the field. He's at the 5, the 2, the 1, and he falls into the end zone for a touchdown. Broncos take a 13-6 lead with 3:57 as the extra point unit's going to be coming out.
That was an outstanding play. You're actually, since you set it up with your quarterback, with the quarterback run, quarterback keep, up the middle, up to the right, to the left. He actually took off to the left-hand side. Everyone came in as if it was a run, and he tossed it out to his tailback out to the outside. It was a nice setup. He had wide receivers blocking down the field. I actually thought his knee was down on the 1, but we don't have instant replay. But that was a touchdown.
No red flags here in high school football.
Yeah. It was a heck of a play from Dayton.
It was a very great play from McWhorter, who really fought for that extra yard to get through the end zone. And that one is up and no good. So 13-6 now. It's a 7-point game. I'm sorry. Yeah, 7-point game. 3:57 to go. So 2 straight extra points missed for both teams. As we're going to take a quick break. 13-6 the score. 3:57 to go. That one's brought to you by All Spas Ace Hardware. We'll be right back.
All Spas is so much more than Ace Hardware. Sure, we have nuts and bolts, lawn and garden, faucets and fixtures, lights and locks, even outdoor cooking. But All Spas is also a boutique featuring the finest names in jewelry and home accessories. But most importantly, All Spas is a friendly, helpful family of people who take pride in their products and services. All Spas is Ace Hardware, and so much more.
13-6 the score, 3:57 to go here in the first half. Broncos leading the Cougars. After the missed extra point from the Broncos, they would have had 14-6, and really it should have been 14-7 because Crosby missed their extra point. And like I said earlier, no extra point is guaranteed at this point.
You're exactly right. There's 3 phases, of course, in every football game. Special teams, you have your offense and your defense. Special teams right now is letting them down just a little bit on both sides. Kind of evens it out right now, but that's a big play from Dayton. Dayton's coming out. They're getting exactly what they want to have. They have Crosby on their heels. Crosby expects this, of course. I mean, you get everybody's best shot every week, but the longer you let a team stay in, the worse it becomes.
And that kick is up and away towards the 23-yard line. It's going to be fielded, and that's going to be Netherly is going to take it. He's going to jump out towards the far side of the field, trying to find somewhere to run, and he gets wrapped up and brought down right there at the 18-yard line. Flag on the play, though. And from where that was, it might have been some kind of block in the back or a hold.
Yeah, because Netherly was coming right and then bounced back to the left-hand side once again. Probably exposed one of his blockers, put him in a bad position, and that more likely would be called back.
At the 25-yard line, but there is a flag at the 39-yard line.
So as we wait for the call, here it is. Block in the back. Backing
Illegal
them up.
block in the back above the waist. The ball will be stepped off 10 yards from the end of the play.
Yeah, there's nobody's fault on that.
That'll put the ball
Nedley's
at
just
the
trying to make a play. I
15-yard
mean, he's a
line
playmaker, and that's
for
what
the Cougars,
playmakers do, try to make plays.
operating
But
with
sometimes you
3:48 left to go
get your men
in the
exposed a
first
little
half of
bit. But
play.
this is a big series for Crosby. Crosby needs to come back out. They need to get some points on this.
Crosby trying to keep that undefeated record as that play comes to a stop with the flag. Either that or they weren't set to go, because they had snapped the ball, but I don't see a flag on the field. And the referees are going to talk it over. But as I was saying, they're trying to keep that undefeated record intact. And thus far tonight, they've really struggled offensively. But in rivalry games, you can have some crazy stuff happen, like that UT-Oklahoma game last weekend. So
yeah, you're exactly right. You never can call it.
Cotton in the gun. He will hand the ball off to Edwards, who's going to take it up the middle. He's got some room to run in. He gets brought down after a gain of 7 yards.
Edwards on the carry.
So Edwards has been their workhorse back tonight. Craig Williams not getting much action back there. And that one's going to go to Edwards on the far side. He's got a little bit of room to run down to the 30-yard line. Bounces off a tackler and gains a couple of more. That's a first down for Crosby. Moving the ball well now, as they have most of the night. But once they start getting it deeper into Broncos territory, that's when that Broncos defense really starts to stiffen up.
Exactly right. There's a lot of bend but no break so far is the approach for Dayton.
So Cotton waiting for the snap, drops back. He looks right. Now he's going to step up and take it himself. He's got looks like 6 or 7 yards down to the 41-yard line.
Design run tackle once again for Micah Ellis.
41-yard line, second down and 2.
So second and 2 for the Cougars, trailing by 7, 2:50 to go here in the first half. Ball sitting on the 41-yard line. Cotton puts a man in motion, pushing him out deeper, waiting for the snap. He's going to hand the ball off. No, he's going to keep it himself before he's wrapped up by the defensive lineman.
But he's brought down by Micah Ellis.
Micah Ellis again on the tackle.
That's a nice read from the linebacker.
No gain on the play. Ball still at the 41-yard line.
A lot of times on defense, you have a spy for the quarterback, and it appears that Micah Ellis may be the spy right now because he read that awfully well.
Third down and 2. Here comes the snap. He's going to hand the ball off to Edwards, taking it up the far side of the field. He's got the first down, and he's brought down
Edwards
head over heel tackle. Took him off his feet, but he gained the first down, and that took him down at the 47-yard line. So
it is a first down for the Cougars.
Cougars approaching midfield here with 2 minutes, or coming up on 2 minutes to play here in the first half.
Nice tackle from Waylon Allen again.
Cotton in the gun, waiting for the snap. He looking like he's going to keep it now. He's going to take it towards the 50-yard line, bouncing off a couple of tackles.
He's
going to get 7 yards on the play. It's going to be third down and 3.
It'll be second down and 3.
Second and 3, correction.
Another design run from your quarterback. You just want to try to get him the ball and let him run. I think they have some stuff going on the right-hand side.
Crosby waiting for the snap. Cotton drops back to pass, kind of bobbles it a little bit, looking right, tossing it over the middle on the screenplay, but he threw into a lot of traffic there. Incomplete pass, but I think he was just throwing it towards his feet.
Yeah, that's a smart play from your quarterback. I mean, you have your wide receiver Nedley exposed. Just throw the ball to the feet, live to fight another day. You don't want to get your young man hurt, and you sure don't want to turn it over again.
As I said, Cotton's already got 2 interceptions tonight thrown. Only 4 on the season coming in. Here comes the snap. Rolling towards his right or his left. He's going to try to take it himself, but he's brought down in the backfield for a loss of 3.5 yards. So it's going to be fourth down and 7 at the 50-yard line. So now here's the timeout. It's going to be called by Dayton. They're going to try to get the ball back with some time and move the ball. So with that timeout, we're going to take a quick timeout. This one's going to be brought to you by Tin Roof Barbecue. We're Tin Roof Barbecue. Visit tinroofbbqandsteaks.com. We'll be right back. Score 13-6. Don't go anywhere.
Register online at CESperformance.com for your sports performance program. CESperformance.com has multi-month memberships and team training. CESperformance.com has baseline performance testing included with every athletic development program. Schedule your athletic evaluation at CESperformance.com. There's no cost or commitment. Be prolific at CESperformance.com.
Pairing backflow preventer.
Back here live from Broncos Stadium, 1:16 to go here in the first half. 13-6 the score. Broncos over the Cougars. And the Cougars about to kick. Well, looks like they're keeping their offense out there on 4th down. So we'll see what happens here. They're not punting it away. Big 4th down here.
It's a big play.
So Cotton stands in the gun. 2 wide receivers far near. Ball on the 49.5-yard line. Not quite on the midfield marker.
Sometimes you get your guy to pooch kick in a situation like this.
And it looks like that's what they're going to do. They're going to kick it low, and it's going to be fielded by Moore at the 20. He stiff arms a man. He's got the 25, the 30, the 35, the 40, cuts down to the 46, 50-yard line. Now trying to fight for some more yards, and he's brought down. But I think they were blowing the whistle. It looked like Crosby was saying they had the ball, but I believe they were already blowing it dead.
Yeah, it appeared to be on that wall. There's a penalty, during the return.
So there is a penalty on the play. Very good return. That's the second good return by Moore thus far tonight.
That's nice. He delayed a little bit once he caught it to set up the wall. I saw the wall forming, and usually you get behind that wall, it's very tough to, as a defender. I've been caught on the other side of that wall trying to make a tackle. It's hard to get through that thing because you don't know where everybody is at.
So the officials talking it over. We'll see how this one falls. Going to be a penalty on Dayton.
We have a penalty.
I'm not sure I saw what the referee was calling out there.
Which will be stepped off against the Broncos for an illegal chop block.
There you go. Illegal chop block.
Yeah, I mean that's for the safety of the athletes out there.
At the end of the
usually as your special teams coach, you always tell your guys to stay up because guys are running around. They're not looking. I mean, they see you, but they don't see you when you're that low.
So look at that. It is still Cougars' ball. As the ball was turned over. So Dylan Moore looks like he fumbled the ball. And it's going to be 1st and 10. Crosby getting another chance here with 1:01 to go here in the first half. That was a very interesting turn of events, Derek.
Yeah, like I said, that's a safety call, something like that.
So Cotton's going to pitch the ball to Netherly. Netherly's going to try to take it up the middle or the far side of the field, cutting up the field. Now he gains a couple of yards before he's brought down. Clock continuing to run. 52 seconds to go here in the first half. Crosby definitely going to try to get into the end zone before the end of the half to tie it up.
Very impressed with Dayton. Dayton's came out. They came out with a good scheme tonight. How they have it set up. Basically, 3 guys are rushing down front. They have everybody else pretty much drop back. I mean, everybody's almost in zone. In the secondary, from your linebackers all the way back from the 2nd level to the 3rd. So that's a nice defensive scheme. It's making it really hard for Crosby because Crosby appears to be a quick hitting kind of a team. And even for Netherly, they can't get him back deep because there's double covered back there in the back.
The secondary for Dayton has really done a great job keeping Netherly contained. He had that touchdown pass, but that's really all he's done tonight. That's really hurt you.
Yeah.
And so far, it's really that's why the score is what it is. They've really shut down the playmakers for Crosby, which is definitely the game plan from Dayton. And both of these teams have the ability to score a lot of points, as we've talked about earlier tonight, 40 points a game, but you're looking at 13 for the Broncos and 6 for the Cougars.
Yeah, both teams are familiar with each other. Not much distance in between. They've watched the film. I mean, they've scouted each other really well. And I mean, it's so frustrating right now for Crosby that they have to put Netherly in the backfield. I'm sure that's something they didn't really want to do a whole lot of.
Trying to get any kind of points, any kind of momentum, any way they can. 2 wide receivers far near, 2nd down and 7. Dropping back to pass is Cotton, stepping up now, looking for somebody open. He's going to be flushed out of the pocket. Netherly making the catch at the 29-yard line. Breaks a tackle, now forced out of bounds at the 22. And that's going to be close to a first down.
16, Emmanuel Netherly.
Nice play from Netherly to come back to his quarterback. His quarterback was in trouble back there, a lot of penetration. And he stepped up in it. Cotton stepped up really well in it and fired out a strike to Netherly.
So first down for Netherly. Clock at 41 seconds while they get the chains set. Hurry up offense, bunch formation down here on the near side. And now Cotton's going to take it himself up the middle. He's got a lot of room to run down to the 10, to the 5, and touchdown Crosby with 34 seconds to play here in the first half. The score is going to be 13-12. And now here comes the extra point unit trying to tie it up. But after what happened last time, it's not a guarantee.
That's a big play from Crosby, another quarterback keeper. Once again, you get everybody spread out and have your quarterback take it straight up the middle. He left untouched all the way to the end zone.
So here comes the extra point as that one goes up, and it is through the uprights this time. So we have a tie ball game here as halftime approaches with 34 seconds to go here in the first half. And we're going to take a quick break. That one's brought to you by All Spas Ace Hardware. We are Ace Hardware and so much more. 13-13 the score. We'll be right back.
Cerna is a local family-owned business located right on Will Clayton and a one-stop shop for your home, auto, liability, and business insurance needs. Please stop in or give us a call at 281-812-9775. We're also proud to support all of the Humble ISD athletes.
All Spas is so much more than Ace Hardware. Sure, we have nuts and bolts, lawn and garden, faucets and fixtures, lights and locks, even outdoor cooking. But All Spas is also a boutique featuring the finest names in jewelry and home accessories. But most importantly, All Spas is a friendly, helpful family of people who take pride in their products and services. All Spas is Ace Hardware, and so much more.
All knotted up here at Broncos Stadium, 13-13 to score with 34 seconds to go here in the first half. Crosby about to kick the ball off to Dayton with Dylan Moore in the back deep to return the ball. He had a good return last time, took it down to the 45-yard line. Here comes the kick. It's going right towards Moore again. He's going to take it at the 15-yard line. Now he's at the 20, the 25. He's got a little bit of a seam this time, down to the 30, spins to the 31. Now he's wrapped up and contained. So another good return there by Moore. 25 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, he's very shifty. Every time appears somebody's about to hit him, he has a little wiggle and kind of gets out of that.
Texan Live is your new home for Houston High School sports. A pair of 6 o'clock games on tap for tomorrow as at Turner Stadium, Humble and Kingwood Park in Humble, Kingwood Park takes on New Caney at Rhodes Stadium. The Katy Tigers look for their 44th straight district win as they face Morton Ranch Mavericks. Texan Live, your new home for high school sports. Those are a couple of big games tomorrow night. As that ball's going to be handed off to Steiner, taking it up the middle, trying to find somewhere to go with the ball. He gains extra yards. Now he breaks a couple of tackles. And a gain of 17 seconds on the clock, continuing to run.
Hard run across the 35 to the 37.
More than likely you're going to have them just run the clock and out, go in the half tie 13-13, exactly what you want, exactly what you would expect from two teams that are competing for first place in the district tonight.
So here we go. They're going to take it down to
and that'll be the final play
halftime. So your score here from Broncos Stadium, 13-13. And we're going to take a break here. You're going to see our stream cut off for a few minutes while we get everything set up for the second half. So if you see it shut off, don't panic. It will be right back. Just letting you guys know about that. And we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with the Panera Bread halftime show. Don't go anywhere, folks. Your score, once again, 13-13 here at Broncos Stadium. TexanLive.com.